G'day guys, how's it going? I'm Aaron Whitnall, this is ACWSport, and what an opening round of games we had for the last 16 of the Champions League, and a phenomenal week for the English sides especially. Massive wins for both Liverpool and Manchester City. Real Madrid of Spain, they picked up a massive win over PSG, and Tottenham, which is where we're going to start, came back from 2 goals down to pick up an amazing away draw at Juventus. That's right, going into this game, it seemed improbable that Tottenham were going to score, even though they had Harry Kane up front, because Juventus were unbeaten in 22 home games in the competition, the second longest run in the Champions League, and they also hadn't conceded a goal since November the 5th, which is 1,450 minutes. So it really seemed improbable. Then things got even worse because Spurs found themselves 2-0 down in the opening 9 minutes. First of all, thanks to a wonderful finish from Higuain. The ball was chipped into him from a free kick. He spun and hit the ball first time without the ball even bouncing into the corner past Lloris. However, replay showed he was offside, so Spurs did get unlucky there. Then Ben Davies gave away a penalty. Higuain slotted that away, just getting it past Gomez. And it was just a crazy start, especially when you consider that only 3 of Juventus' 75 goals so far this season have been scored in the opening 10 minutes. And things just didn't seem, or just couldn't seem to be going worse for Spurs. But after they went 2-0 down, they sorted themselves out. And from that point on, it was pretty much all Tottenham. They deserved to get a point out of the game. Now, Harry Kane on 25 minutes squandered a beautiful chance, missing a header from only a matter of yards out. Buffon with the save. However, 10 minutes later, Kane did repay that. He did actually get the ball into the back of the net, pulling Spurs back into the game. And it was a massive landmark goal for Harry Kane as well. He becomes the first player in history to score 9 goals from his first 9 games in the Champions League. He hasn't scored in every single game. He's got a hat-trick here, a double there, whatever. But what a fantastic record to have from a young English... Well, he's still fairly young, but an English player. Without a shadow of a doubt, the best goal scorer in the world. And yeah, from there, Spurs carried on. However, right on half-time, Aurier, he brought down Douglas Costa. Higuain had the chance to make it 3-1 to Juve, and what looked like really put it beyond Spurs, really. But his penalty rattled against the bar, and at half-time, Spurs went in with a lifeline. Then, with 20 minutes to go, Christian Eriksen stepped over the ball and slotted away his first free kick in over 2 years, which is incredible. And Spurs, the fight back was complete. They'd got 2 away goals in Juve, something that seemed improbable, and they will go back to Wembley with all the confidence in the world that they can go through now. 0-0 works, 1-1 works, so let's hope Spurs can see this through and get through to the quarterfinals. Now, all right, Spurs were held, and we're not too sure whether or not they will 100% go through, even though they do have the advantage. But for 2 of the English sides, they are definitely through to the Champions League quarterfinals. And if they're not, then we're about to witness the 2 greatest comebacks in Champions League history. Even better than that Barca PSG one from last season. Because first of all, Liverpool absolutely destroyed Porto in the Stadio de Dragao. They won 5-0 away from home. Sadio Mane with a hat-trick. Liverpool now have 100 goals this season. 52 of them away from home. Only PSG with 60 have scored more goals away from home in any of Europe's top 5 leagues. And Liverpool are now the top goal scorers in the competition. Again, leapfrogging PSG, who have 26. Liverpool now have 28. But it was just a wonderful performance from Liverpool, and they really put Europe on red alert here. I don't think anyone will want to face them because they're just so perfectly set up for the counter-attack with Mane, Firmino and Salah. They destroyed Porto. Salah now has 30 goals so far this season, which is unbelievable. He's only the 3rd different player for Liverpool to do that in the last 10 years. And those 2 before him were Fernando Torres and Luis Suarez. But they only just got over the 30-goal mark within the whole season. Salah's already there, and we still have months to play yet, which is absolutely incredible. Then, of course, Mane, he got his hat-trick, but it was very much helped by the goalkeeper, a couple of fumbles, but his final strike was phenomenal. But the real big talking point from the game is how good James Milner is, because he is a bit of an unsung hero for Liverpool, and this season in the Champions League, he's been unbelievable for them. He now has more assists in this year's competition than anyone else with 7, and he's 3 assists clear of Kevin De Bruyne. So, just something to take notice of. But yeah, it looks like Liverpool going through. And the same can be said for Manchester City because they ran out 4-0 winners at Basel. They just strolled it, to be honest with you. And without a doubt, this was Gundogan's best game for Manchester City. He picked up a brace. Bernardo Silva also scored, as did Sergio Aguero. 3 of the goals were absolutely fantastic. Well, to be fair, all 4 of the goals were absolutely brilliant. And I mean, Man City under Pep Guardiola so far in the Champions League have scored 36 goals in 15 games. It's almost 2.5 goals a game. They are formidable. My favourites for this competition, without a shadow of a doubt. And in the last 30, well, in the kind of opening, I suppose, 20 minutes of the Basel game and the last kind of 16, 20 minutes of the Leicester game, City have had 7. They've scored. Sorry, let me just think. It was 5 goals from 7 shots, which is absolutely incredible because we're just running out of things to say about Manchester City. They're just so good. Aguero again back on the score sheet, and again just looks like City going through to the quarterfinal. Cannot wait to see who they get. As for the other favourites of the competition, PSG, they now have a mountain to climb because they lost 3-1 at Real Madrid, a game that I honestly thought PSG would win 3-1. I thought they'd set up fantastically and catch Real Madrid on the counter-attack. But Ronaldo, on again the biggest occasion, showed why he is toe-to-toe with Messi as the best player in the world. Real Madrid deserved the win. They have more chances than PSG. Not saying PSG didn't create. They did take the lead. However, after that, it just became the Ronaldo show. He scored his 100th and 101st goals in the Champions League and is the first player to score 100 goals for the same club in the Champions League as well. Only him, Raul and Messi. Messi with 97, Raul with 60. Ronaldo now overall with 116 goals in the competition have scored 50 plus goals. Like I said, for a single club. Obviously, Ronaldo, though, 15 of those goals coming from Manchester United, but 101 of them for Real Madrid. He's just kind of running out of things to say. He's also the only player in history to score in all 7 Champions League games in one season so far, which is absolutely incredible. But from a PSG standpoint, it was just tactically inept for me. They should have set up to catch Real Madrid on the counter-attack. We know Real Madrid have been struggling. We know PSG have got such a formidable strike force, and I can understand why they went for it, but at the same time, just be a bit more tactical in it when you go into someone like the Bernabeu. This is Real Madrid's competition. They are the holders for a reason, and they've won it more times than anyone else. So they have got this they've got this romantic side with them. So for PSG to just go all guns blazing, I found a bit bizarre. All right, yeah, they took the lead and it looked to be going well so far, but when you're 2-1 down, change your formation a little bit and just try and catch them on the counter-attack, and it might have done them better. But for me, this tie isn't over. PSG still have a very good chance of going through. Only a 2-0 win will take them through. So all to play for in the second leg, but it was very much the Ronaldo show. And that pretty much sums up everything that happened in the Champions League this week. Cannot wait for next week's fixtures when we have the likes of Chelsea playing Barcelona. But please comment below, let me know what were your main talking points from these games. Who would you like to see the likes of City and Liverpool face in the next round of the competition? Do you think Spurs will get past Juve? All things I'm really interested to find out your thoughts about. So please comment below, let me know. As always, I'm Aaron Whitnall, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with my FA Cup predictions for this coming weekend. Take care.